Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and also welcome to the first episode of Rant Sesh. Rant Sesh is a new segment I'm doing that pretty much is going to be about me ranting about stuff in pop culture that pretty much has been on my mind that I kept been thinking about. It's been that I haven't actually got to express before, and it's completely my opinion. So if you disagree, you disagree. If you do disagree, actually leave a comment below and tell me what you think, so we can have a conversation about it. But this first topic of this episode, the topic of this episode is pretty much about Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber and his change of course. And I want to talk about but we have to go backwards to kind of talk about my history with him, so you can understand where I'm coming from about what my thought. So starting off, Justin Bieber and I didn't really get into him technically until Believe, the 2012 album that he had. I listened to My World, the first one with his single One Time, and then My World 2.0 with the single Baby, and then Mistletoe. Under the Mistletoe came out in 2011. I completely skipped over because I'm very picky with my Christmas albums. But Believe pulled me in completely. I loved Girlfriend. I thought it was much more mature sound that I felt better listening to than listening to Baby and One Time. Those other ones were just like, ugh. It felt too Disney, but this felt mature. So I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere with this. And I really love Beauty and the Beat, and I love Take You There or Take You Out, Take You There or Take You Out. Die in Your Arms. I loved Believe. Believe was really going somewhere, and I was so happy. Unfortunately, during Believe, there was a whole thing going on with his personality and his likability and stuff like that. So, and his behavior, he was doing a lot of very douchey stuff, and on top of that, having his on and off relationship with Selena Gomez. This drama also seeped into Journals, which came out in 2014, his album, and which I have retroly gone back and listened to, and I really, really like it. I think it's so nice. Not as commercially enticing as Believe, but this album will definitely, or Journals will definitely go down as a very, very underrated album. So, but during those times, it was just, he had his on and off relationship with Selena Gomez and being a complete douche boyfriend, and all these other things the media was also talking about, and all the things that he physically was doing. And it seems like things were going downhill, because we've all seen this before. It was like child starts losing it, and we pretty much put him on a side. We just throw him to the side because no one wants to give that person that attention. Unfortunately, we do now, but back then we used to have some type of sense. So, in this direction, he decided. It's very, very understandable that he decided to change courses to see, I'm really going downhill, and people are really not liking me right now. I'm definitely doing some immature stuff. If I want to have some longevity in my career where at least I'm likable or I don't look like a complete asshole, I need to change courses. So he did. He definitely started he did it all in one album. And so, which is the album that came out in 2015 called Purpose. Another album that I really, really love. It completely knocked out Believe as my top album for Justin Bieber and moved it into Purpose. Purpose became my favorite album. And I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved What Do You Mean? I thought that was kind of lukewarm beginning, but I still thought it was cute enough. But Sorry completely sealed me in. Love Yourself was amazing. Company, Where Are You Now with Jack U, I'll Show You, Purpose is a good song too, because it talks about his deep direction of what he's trying to do in this album. It's show you, it's I'm not just some asshole, blah, blah, blah. And he also did a thing that I personally had a whole thing for, which is Purpose the Movement, where each song had a dance music video. so amazing, so amazing. Every single one was amazing, and I was so here for it. I was like, this is still me, and I am completely a Justin Bieber fan, officially a Belieber, officially. So I was here for it, and it sucks because that's it. After that, there's a huge hiatus of where he wasn't doing any music, or releasing any albums for like a while. So, and he did some features. That was just like, eh. I feel like after Purpose, it just went downhill for his sound, for his releases singles, because he, like, Despacito was cute, but it just got played over and over again, and then didn't make it feel better due to the fact that he did it live, and there's a good couple times where he definitely didn't know the word. He forgot the Spanish words, and just blah 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 burrito, and I was like, oh, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. Like, I was shook over that, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna dock this. It's already overplayed anyway. We had enough, you know? So, of course, but then the other singles was kind of just like, it was kind of cloudy, because it was just like, they had him on there because he's Justin Bieber, not because he added anything to it. Like, there was Billie Eilish did a Bad Guy with him, and it just didn't add anything. It added nothing to the song. If anything, it made it worse, and it's just like, you don't need no man. Fuck him. Like, the song is beautiful as it is. Justin Bieber fan or not, like, you are the shit. You don't need Justin Bieber's clout. So anyway, past that. So we go on, and he breaks up with Justin Bieber and Selena break up, and that's a whole mess, and then all of a sudden he's starting to date this girl named Haley Baldwin. I don't know where. Well, it is Haley Bieber now. Anyway, so dates her. She's gorgeous. I never heard of her in my life, but of course here she is, and she seems like she has a good level head, like good head on her shoulders. So I was like, okay, at least he has somebody that's definitely not going to take any shit. The first thing she does is take shit. The first thing he does is give shit. It's just like, this is weird. What felt like to me was a weird direction of feeling like victim, like, I need to be taken care of, and so she's doing it, but it's just like, she doesn't fucking like doing this. She's not his mother. And that was a whole conversation going on until they finally decide to get everything together, and they decide to get married. Now, with that getting married, with me talking about this, I understand that you think that I'm like just rambling about his personal life, but it fits into his albums, because his personal life is with his albums now. So, fast forward to January 3rd, 2020. Yummy is out. Yummy is out. It also is the same day that Justin Bieber has joined TikTok. So, Yummy, you listen to Yummy, it's stupid. It's a stupid song. It's repetitive. It doesn't go anywhere. He's just talking about her pussy, and it's just, that's it. And it's just like, oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And I was like, yeah, is that where you want to come back from after releasing Purpose? Purpose was so serious, but yeah, not serious. Serious and yet serious. It's like, you really learned a lot from yourself. But I felt like Yummy was just like, that's a comeback. You're just gonna, it's a flex song about how much you really love eating her out or something like that. Like, it just didn't feel, it felt so surface. It felt so surface. And I was like, cool, whatever, surface songs or whatever, but you have to give me a little more meat with your surface. If you're going to be surface, at least let me know that there's a little bit of something under it, at least. But he didn't do that. So, but the problem is not there, exactly. The problem is how he sold the song, and this adds a lot of damage to the whole problem. So he joins TikTok when the song releases. He does excessive promotion for this song, for a very basic song, and with autographed CD variants, seven different videos for the song. And he also gave instructions to his fans, multiple instructions, some illegal, to use VPN while downloading Yummy in order to inflate US Spotify streams, which some people were doing, and then asked the fans to have a playlist and pretty much play it overnight in low volume on repeat, so you just looks like you're streaming it and streaming it and streaming it all day, so it goes up. And unfortunately, though, it only reached number 2, which is number 2 is a big deal, but it's the piece of it's Justin Bieber. It's also a big bulk of that part that I just mentioned about him kind of cheating the system. And then it's also just the fans it's just him, his own appearance of himself. So there was that. And I was like, okay, well that's that's very fucked up due to the fact there's other people that deserve the top. Fortunately, the person that deserved the top got the top, which was boxed by Roddy Ricch. He got number 1. So I was very happy about that because I was like, good, should show you a lesson. Well, the album came out too, and the singles came out too, and the album was very, very one-lined. It came out with Intentions with Quavo, was a second season, single. Third single was Get Me, was Kalani. Love Kalani. Kind of love the song. Kind of like the song, but it just goes on forever. With the ha, you get me. It's just like, stop. But there's more to it. So he kept on going with it. He also had a 10-episode docu-series called Justin Bieber's Seasons. And that talks about his road to where he is. Now he's much happier, and how happy he is with his girlfriend, and how much his girlfriend has changed his life, and all this stuff. So, and the album was shit. The thing I didn't really watch, so I just got the highlights of it. And he also didn't sell, the first week didn't sell as much as Purpose, which is, we all knew that would happen, with 231,000 album equivalent units, just that. And it wasn't really that much. So, yeah, and on top of that, music critics liked his vocals, which is, I also did too. There's some pieces that he's just like, da-da-da, and it's like, whoa. But we already know that he has a great voice. But his lyrics they said the lyrics lacked, it had no variation in the production, and I agree. I completely agree. I thought exactly that. It was like, everything sounds exactly the same, and it seems like there's not really any more variety of what he's talking about other than, I need to cling on to you because we were meant to be, and where are you now? Why aren't you here? Now that you're here, I have more demands for you. And it's just like, oh my god, do you ever have space for your own self? So there was that. And then he also did the direction of doing Changes the Movement. And I thought in my head, I was like, okay, this will go out well. And it did. Like, to me, I'm into dancing. I'm a dancer myself. And I loved the movement. He did it, brought it back, and that was the thing that really got me into that era. But the album was just shit. It was just shit. It was there's some songs that you can listen to background, like Habitual. Love Habitual. I think it's so amazing. Now, that's all my dirt for that direction. Now, my issue is how it turns around later on. So all this happens, and everybody's like going at the album. The fans are just like thinking it's amazing, but the people that are looking at it are like, yeah, this isn't it. So, next thing you know, he's like, a new era is coming. I have a new song coming. I was like, okay. And I was like, let's see what you do. And he comes out with Holy, featuring the Chance the Rapper, and on September 18th, 2020. And with a music video immediately, with this kind of mining music video with him working in the mines, but they lose their job, or the mine closes, so it's like that kind of thing, but taking a look. But I like that. It's a direction of looking at, like, how things are just getting crazy, like, how mixing the real world problems mix with his music. And it's a little more Christian-y, because when you hold me, I feel so holy, and heading to the altar. Like, it's lightly Christian-y, and I was like, okay, this is the meat that I was looking for. This is the meat. And I was like, okay, but that's not pulling me in entirely. Like, this is catchy. It's a good song, but I want to see, there's always a click in my head when it comes to singles that he does as he's getting ready to release albums. And the one that did it for me was Lonely, featuring Benny Blanco, that came out on October 15th, 2020. With Finnis as the producer, also one of the producers. And I was shook. I was completely shook. Completely shook. I love the song. I saw the music video that came out with it first. It had, hopefully I pronounced this right, Jacob Tremblay, who is in a lot of things. Before I Wake, Good Boys, The Twilight Zone, episode with the Wonder Kid. So, and it's him walking around in a Justin Bieber, like, normal Justin Bieber outfit that he, like, his signature iconic outfit that he's with the purple and everything. And the song is very vulnerable, talking about his career as a kid. And he's like, what if you had it all, but no one else, like, but no one there to call, but maybe then you'll know me. And I was like, oh. And he's like, because I've had it all, I had everything, but no one's listening, and it's just fucking lonely. And then he does, like, some, like, yodeling lonely part, and I thought, it's so good. It's so good. That was a great idea. That's a great direction. Production-wise, amazing. Music video amazing. Song amazing. Heartfelt. Meat. It was amazing. Like, I am so excited for this album, because I know that the fact that he let himself be that vulnerable just shows that he just opened up a door that has way more stuff in it that we don't even know. Like, that we're going to probably see because he allows himself to open up that part. So we're going to see a lot of stuff that might come out from that. So my issue is, how do we go from Changes, which is the album that had the intentions like that and Yummy, to this album that's going to come out sometime? Like, these two singles should have been first. This is how you come back from Purpose, that's how you come back from Purpose. By giving people, say, like, just so you know, I'm still growing, who this is, this is a mature direction. I feel like he wanted to do some weird, like, I know that people say, like, Changes was meant for Haley and the song album directed to Haley. Then why the fuck are you selling it to everybody else in this kind of direction? It's like, I'm gonna cheat the system so I can get better charts. If it's just for Haley, it should be just for Haley. Just release it and let it be, you know? The fact that he was also trying to work some weird type of direction to sell it was just disrespectful. But I'm so excited for this era, and it just pisses me off that we had to go through Changes first just to get to this point. You know, it seems I don't understand. So leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought about what's your thought on that direction? Why did we go from here to here? And do you believe that it should have gone the other way around? Should it have been this album with the Holy and Lonely first after Purpose, or do you think the album direction I was going is a perfect direction, like Changes and then some more serious album? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know. Justin Bieber fans, please let me know. But that's pretty much my rant on this. It confuses me over the idea of going from a shitty album, or not even a shitty album, because there were some good songs, a very bland album to an okay album, I should say. I don't want to say bland because there were some good songs. An okay album that just had no like meat to it. It was just so bland and so just like one note to two fucking singles that just drowned out that album to non-existence. Like, I don't even think about the album now that I have this Holy and Lonely just are it. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get more of my videos. And that concludes the rec session, and I shall see you in the next video.